Hey good people, how y'all doing? Today I'm going to be giving you all my review on the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 14 Reunion Part 1. Let's go. So guys, I'm really not going to go in any particular order. I'm just giving you my thoughts on this first part of the reunion. And it's lackluster for me. There wasn't really anything that was like eye-opening. I will say the whole situation with Marlo and her upbringing and stuff like that is really sad. Marlo was talking to Andy about just having to live place to place. I didn't realize that she was beaten so bad by her mom that she decided she wanted to run away. And from that decision, she basically spent her childhood going from place to place, thinking that she found a home in one place only for that person to tell her, listen, you can't stay here. You have to pack your bags and go. That's really sad. You know, I think that, I don't know, if you don't go through extensive therapy, how do you really get over that? She also went on to say that she does have men issues in terms of never really having experienced an emotional relationship with a man. And that's really sad too. I think that the type of lifestyle that she lived growing up, God knows what happened to her under certain people's care, and just watching her mom navigate men, there's clearly some issues there. I think that she brought up a great point when she said, listen, these women call me a hoe and prostitute, but they can't bring you one man that I've ever slept with or did anything with. I was like, listen, Marlo is right about that. Like, I ain't never heard nobody say, this is who Marlo's messing with. I've never even heard anybody know who Marlo was associated with. But back on her whole upbringing and the situation with her mom, it's really sad. To this day, she was letting everybody know that her and her mom's relationship is still not the best. She wants her mom to be a certain type of mom towards her. And it's clear that, I'm sorry, her mom just can't be that mom for her. And I believe that once Marlo is able to accept that, that's when she'll be able to start healing and moving forward with her life. But until then, she's always going to be feeling this way. I do think that it's kind of ironic sitting there watching and listening to the things that she had to say, because every chance she got when she first came on the show, dogged Kenya for her mom not wanting her, only to find out that Marlo was in the same predicament. So I'm a little lost. It's like you want to have sympathy for Marlo, but then you think about the things that she said, particularly towards Kenya. I mean, it's apparent that they've both had mommy issues, and you would think that Marlo would handle Kenya a little bit differently, but no, she's definitely gone below the belt, and she's really tried to hurt Kenya, and I just don't think that's cool. Okay, I want to sympathize with Marlo, and trust me, there is a part of me that really does sympathize with her. But there's also a part of me who just can't understand why she is so nasty and vile to these women at times. It's just, girl, like, you have to learn how to get these women's attention, but not like try to kill them in the process. This whole situation with, even though Kenya in the past has expressed the fact that she no longer can see a path forward with trying to have a relationship with Marlo, I do think her sitting there and hearing what Marlo had to say in regards to Marlo's upbringing might be something that they can kind of bond over, and it might be an entryway into a new relationship with each other. Marlo has, in my opinion, been disappointing this season because she finally waited this long to get a peach. She has the peach, and as Kenya alluded to on the show, when she was asked if she thought that Marlo was going to be the way that she was, Kenya says, no, I thought that she was going to be different and show a more softer side and everything else. I do believe next year, if Marlo is to come back, which I'm pretty sure she will be, you'll see a softer side of her. At least I'm hoping, because like I said, I do think that she and Kenya can have a relationship with one another and really move past things if Marlo can just stay on the straight and narrow and do the work that she needs to do on herself. Kandi and Marlo and the contracts and the shows. What I gathered out of that whole thing is that Kandi has been nothing but helpful in trying to put Marlo on. Kandi has gone as far as having her agent try to find Marlo work, or having her agent recommend Marlo for the work that Kandi herself could not do. If I'm Marlo, I mean, you don't have to be up Kandi's butt or anything, but gee, show a little gratitude. This woman has tried to help you. And not only Kandi has tried to help, but even Marlo admits admits that Todd has brought some stuff to her in an effort to try to help her. So I'm just not understanding, like, what's the issue, Marlo? This whole Drew and Sanya fight is just annoying the mess out of me, because I just feel like it's artificial in terms of Sanya's issue with Drew. Like, there is no issue with Drew. To me, Sanya came on the show trying to be friends with everybody, but when she saw that Drew was one of the weaker ones in terms of having had problems with the other women in the past, that's when she decided, oh, I'm just going to put her to the side and, you know, try to start a beef with her so that I can basically come back on for next season. And I just don't think that's cool. If you're going to have a beef with anybody, you're going to have to make your beef make sense. And still to this day, we done went 17 episodes. I'm still confused on what your beef with Drew is. And please don't tell me it's because Drew was putting her hand in Sheree's face and this, that, and the third, because the other part of that is, girl, you're friends with Marlo. Marlo is the dirtiest housewife. She goes way below the belt. So how is it that you could be cool with Marlo, but you can't be cool with Drew? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Whether or not Sanya did or didn't give Drew a heads up about her conversation with Kenya does not matter to me. I really don't care. Like I said, I just feel like Sanya looked at Drew as the weakest link, and she was trying to come at her the whole season based upon that. The fact that Kenya had to school Sheree on paying people even when you're not satisfied with their services is beyond comprehension for me. Like, Sheree, you know better. Don't try to play like you're stupid. You're a very smart woman. You know right from wrong, and you know that even if you don't like the work that people do for you, you're still supposed to pay them and just not use them in the future. So please, let's not act like we're slow. Kandi and Sheree and this whole back and forth that they have had, I think Kandi and Sheree are going to be just fine, okay? Sheree didn't say enough to really piss Kandi off, in my opinion, and so they'll be fine. You can still see that Kandi still rocks with Sheree. This whole, well, you started to go in on me first, so then I went on you, is BS. Sheree, like, there's no way that you would have known what Kandi was saying about you and Tyrone because you weren't watching the episodes. Like, you were filming the episodes. So that whole argument is whack. Everything that you said about Kandi this season is because that's what you feel about her. Period. Okay, Kandi was not checking for you at all this season. Matter of fact, Kandi was one of the biggest supporters, if I'm not mistaken, that Sheree had for the fashion show. I didn't see anyone more happier for Sheree at the fashion show than Kandi. I think that Sheree tried to have any type of issue with Kandi is just the wrong move for her. As I said earlier, guys, I just thought that this first part of the reunion was pretty for me. So there's really nothing more that I can discuss. That's pretty much everything that I got out of that. You guys let me know what your thoughts are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.